What happens when the women of the Samburu tribe want to leave their husbands and live an independent life? For over 500 years, the Samburu tribe has been strongly patriarchal, where men can engage in patriarchy, and the culture makes the wives property of their husbands. However, about 34 years ago, a woman from the tribe decided to leave her husband to protect her rights. She established the village of the women, called Umoja, where only women would rule and make laws to be followed. Men would not be allowed to enter, no matter what the condition is. All the women would undertake tasks and live in a connected community. But how this village was established, and how is it to live there? Welcome to a new episode of Black Afric Diary, a channel where we talk about Black African history, culture, arts, and civilization. It's a place where you will see the real picture of Black Africa, its stories, and the events defining it. In this episode, we will tell you about what's inside the Kenyan village, where women rule and men are banned. Let's get started. In northern Kenya, there's a place called Umoja, a village of women who have sought refuge from the dangers of their past. Here, they find solace and support in each other's stories. The whole village functions as a single community of women where they all know each other and work together every day. Even if they have a belief in collectivism, they have been given rights like ownership of property, something which is nearly impossible for women in the Samburu village. But how do these women spend their day? At 5 o'clock in the morning, the sun still hides behind Mount Kenya, but the day already begins in Umoja. Nearly every week, this village gets a newcomer, a woman seeking refuge. Jane Lengope, who has lived in Umoja for over 33 years, welcomes every new woman with a warm greeting and offers her tea. Despite knowing little about the women, she gently begins to ask about their stories. In Umoja, women of all ages live together and support each other. The village's name, Umoja, means connectedness in Swahili, and this sense of unity is deeply ingrained in their way of life. The new coming women are then assured that they are safe in the community and they will be protected at all costs. But things go beyond that. The women are given a welcome gift, which is a goat. This gesture is incredibly significant because, in Samburu culture, women are not entitled to own property. Not cattle, not land, not even the children they bear. Wives become their husband's property upon marriage. The reason why the village offers a goat to the new woman is for her to have something she can rely on. That goat can bring more goats and the milk can be used as a source of nutrients. The women can either sell this milk to the safari tourists who pass near the village, or it can be used to barter something the women want within the community. As the rest of the village awakens, an official gathering is set to take place under the big acacia tree, the traditional meeting point for the women. It's the place where all the important decisions of the day are taken, and if any woman came earlier, it is also decided whether she should be allowed to stay permanently or not. It's because the village only accepts women whose lives are under threat due to domestic violence. However, if the women have a husband who takes care of her and still wants to live in the village, she might not be allowed to stay. It's because if she stays, it goes against the principles of the village and she will use resources that can be used for a deserving woman. The final decision of whether a woman should be allowed to stay or not is taken under the supervision of Rebecca Lolasoli, the village founder and a central figure of power for the 48 women residing there. Rebecca's approval is essential for a new woman to start her new life. Though Rebecca now lives outside of Umoja, she remains deeply involved in the village's affairs, keeping a close watch on new arrivals and ensuring the community's continued support and safety. One morning, she visits the village to address the community and welcome the newest members. Upon arrival of the new woman, Rebecca checks in on her well-being. Rebecca starts by welcoming Nairiamu and emphasizing the purpose of the village. She asks the new women if they know why Umoja exists. Once it's ensured that the new woman aligns well with the community's principles, all women of the village are asked to vote, after which it's decided whether the new woman should stay or not. Then she is told about the one non-negotiable rule. Men are not allowed in the village under any circumstances. This includes not bringing in men, even if someone falls in love, as reiterated by Rose Lakanta, the village teacher. This rule is essential to maintaining the sanctuary's safety and integrity. For the women of Umoja, security and solidarity are new but deeply cherished feelings. The Samburu social order is patriarchal, which motivated Rebecca to create a different world 34 years ago. She founded Umoja in 1990 as a sanctuary for women who had been driven out of their homes, those who had to flee, widows, and children. Rebecca's vision and courage have provided many women with a life free from fear and oppression. Reflecting on Rebecca's courage to establish Umoja, it is evident she faced significant challenges. The Samburu people are traditionally nomadic, with a social structure that grants men absolute authority over their families. Men eat first, marry multiple women, and have the power to beat them. In such a patriarchal society, Rebecca's decision to create a sanctuary for women was revolutionary. Rebecca's determination and the community's collective strength have sustained Umoja through the years. Each woman who finds refuge there brings her own story of suffering and survival. Together, they build a life based on mutual support, breaking away from the oppression that once defined their existence. In Umoja, the women find more than just safety. They find a sense of belonging and empowerment. The village stands as a testament to their resilience and their collective will to redefine their destinies. Rebecca's leadership, combined with the solidarity of the Umoja women, continues to inspire others and offers a powerful message. Even in the face of immense adversity, a community built on compassion and unity can create profound change. Rebecca, once trapped in a violent marriage, found comfort and solidarity among women who had faced similar hardships. Together, they sought refuge near the Samburu National Park, aiming to sell jewelry to safari tourists. What began as an uncertain venture quickly transformed into a thriving community. Today, Umoja is self-sufficient, with women earning their own money and receiving donations. No one in the village goes hungry, and they take immense pride in being able to send their children to school. Education holds a special place in Umoja. The village school, funded by donations, not only educates the children of Umoja, but also extends its reach to a few children from outside the village, offering them a free education. In Umoja, women want to change something. Girls come from impoverished families where the risk of early pregnancy and forced marriage is high. In these circumstances, men often offer money to families, leading parents to consent to marriages because they cannot afford to feed all their children. The women of Umoja are determined to prevent such fates. They understand that the school can protect these girls and instill values that will benefit the community in the long run. In exchange for free education, fathers must agree not to marry off their daughters early and to forego female genital mutilation. The school does more than prepare girls for careers as nurses or doctors. It educates them about their rights, the right to reject genital cutting and early marriage. Educated girls then spread this knowledge to other girls, advocating for their rights and demonstrating that they can contribute just as much as boys to their families. This education is pivotal in changing societal norms, ensuring that girls are valued equally to boys. Rebecca is immensely proud of what Umoja has achieved. The bond among the women, the respect they have built, and their financial independence are testaments to their resilience. The jewelry they create is not only their main source of income, but also a symbol of their culture and pride. The Samburu are renowned for their exquisite beaded jewelry, earning them the nickname, the butterflies, from neighboring tribes. They wear this jewelry, including a traditional collar that can weigh up to 8 kilos and is worn constantly except when sleeping. For the women of Umoja, wearing and making jewelry is a cultural heritage passed down from childhood. These beads are not just decorative, they hold significant cultural meaning. In Samburu tradition, young men would give beads to girls as a reservation for sexual encounters, a practice reflecting the deep-rooted gender inequalities in their society. The Umoja village wants to change this as well. Umoja's jewelry, however, represents something much more positive. It symbolizes the women's independence and strength, a stark contrast to the oppressive traditions they have left behind. The village has transformed these cultural symbols into tools of empowerment, allowing the women to support themselves and their children. This jewelry is sold to the safari tourists, helping the village women earn money that belongs to them only. Reflecting on Umoja's journey, Rebecca acknowledges the women's independence and their ability to manage the village without her constant presence. Their financial stability, achieved through their jewelry-making skills, is a source of pride. Umoja stands as a beacon of hope and resilience, demonstrating that with solidarity and determination, women can create a safe haven and a promising future for themselves and their children. The journey of Umoja is a testament to the power of community and the strength of women who refuse to be defined by their past traumas. By embracing education, financial independence, and mutual support, the women of Umoja have created a sanctuary where they can thrive, free from the violence and oppression that once dominated their lives. This transformation is not just a change in their circumstances, but a profound shift in their identity and future prospects, proving that even in the face of adversity, unity and courage can lead to remarkable change. Before we continue further, tell us, are you enjoying the video? If yes, please like and share the video and subscribe to our channel to watch more videos on Black Africa. Let's continue now. In many traditional communities, girls often find themselves trapped by strict societal norms, facing severe repercussions if they stray from the expected path. If a girl becomes pregnant, the consequences can be dire, often resulting in forced abortions and subsequent marriages to older men in exchange for a dowry, regardless of her age. This cycle of oppression is a harsh reality for many young women, but places like Umoja offer a glimmer of hope in the darkness. One such resident of Umoja is a determined mother who escaped with her young daughter, resolved to shield her from the fate of becoming a bead girl. In traditional Samburu culture, bead girls are reserved for men through the exchange of beads, subjecting them to potential sexual exploitation. However, in Umoja, beads have taken on a new meaning, not as symbols of subjugation, but as tools for economic empowerment. Through crafting and selling beaded jewelry, the women of Umoja have transformed their cultural heritage into a source of financial independence. Karimi Lementile's journey to Umoja serves as a testament to the transformative power of the village. 6 months ago, she fled from her home in Saya, walking for 3 days to reach safety. Scarred both physically and emotionally from the abuse inflicted by her husband, a man who callously wounded her with a bush knife, neglecting even to seek medical help, Karimi found solace and support in Umoja. Here, she discovered not only physical safety, but also a sense of belonging within a compassionate community. The women of Umoja refuse to be silenced by their past traumas. Through the sharing of their stories, they reclaim their voices and assert their independence. Determined to forge a brighter future, they strive to transcend the hardships inflicted upon them by striving to create a more peaceful world, one in which they are not merely survivors, but agents of change. Susan Chile's arrival in Umoja marked a profound shift in her life. As a member of the Turkana tribe, she faced exclusion and violence due to long-standing conflicts with the Samburu. Seeking refuge from the bloodshed, Susan fled to Umoja, where tribal affiliations hold no sway. Here she found solidarity among women united by shared struggles, offering her a sanctuary where she could begin to heal from the scars of her past. This shows that even if the majority of the women in Umoja belong to one tribe which is an enemy of the other tribe, this becomes irrelevant in the village. Here, all these women are closer than the relation of blood due to their similar experiences in life. Despite the sanctuary Umoja provides, the women must navigate the challenges of the male-dominated world beyond its borders. Monthly trips to nearby villages are necessary to secure essential supplies, exposing them to the very world they sought to escape. Nevertheless, they remain steadfast in their commitment to self-sufficiency and resilience. Umoja serves not only as a physical refuge, but also as a place of emotional and psychological healing. Through shared experiences and mutual support, the women cultivate a sense of community and resilience, determined to protect future generations from the hardships they endured. By reclaiming traditional symbols of oppression as tools of empowerment, they pave the way for a brighter tomorrow. At the heart of Umoja's success lies the leadership of Rebecca, whose vision and determination have transformed the village into a thriving community. Through her guidance, the women have achieved financial independence through their jewelry-making endeavors, illustrating the power of solidarity and resilience in the face of adversity. The journey of Umoja stands as a testament to the strength of community and the transformative power of shared purpose. The women of Umoja have demonstrated that even in the face of unimaginable adversity, unity and courage can pave the way for profound and lasting change. Their stories serve as beacons of hope, inspiring others to break free from the cycle of violence and forge lives filled with dignity and respect. In the Samburu tribe, livestock holds great economic value. Once nomadic herders, many now live in permanent settlements due to land encroachment. Women maintain and repair traditional huts, known as maniatas, using natural materials like timber, mud, and cow dung. Women also undertake physically demanding tasks to maintain maniata's structural integrity. When faced with challenges like leaks, women employ resourcefulness, using cow dung, ash, and water to seal them. Life in Umoja brings newfound freedom and autonomy for women. No longer reliant on male approval, they embrace their roles as community caretakers and decision-makers. Umoja is more than a refuge. It's a cooperative where responsibilities are shared and decisions are made collectively, empowering women to shape their destinies. In Umoja, a closely knit community thrives on the principle of sharing, fostering deep harmony among its women. Though occasional tensions arise, often sparked by competition in jewelry making and sales, these conflicts fade in comparison to the solidarity and independence the women have nurtured. Their connections form a sanctuary where respect and unity prevail, starkly contrasting with the world they have left behind. Sometimes, the village women decide to protect teenage girls from their family's desire to marry them off. In this case, two elder women set out on a crucial mission, setting out early to visit the girls' village. Their goal is clear: persuade the girl's parents, especially her father, to sign the enrollment contract. This will lead to the girl being admitted to the village's school, saving her from getting married at a young age. The women offer reassurance, outlining their mission to support underprivileged families and emphasizing the significance of education. However, they stress that admission to the school is contingent upon adhering to specific terms: no genital cutting and no child marriage. The parents hesitate, fearing backlash from their community for challenging cultural norms. Despite initial reservations, the parents accept, recognizing the value of education and the risks associated with harmful traditions. In Umoja, the solidarity among women stands as a powerful force of support and resilience. Inspired by the shared experiences of their peers, residents find solace in knowing they are not navigating their journey alone. While men are barred from residing in the village, sons of the women living in the village are nurtured until they reach maturity. Raised with the values imparted by their mothers, these young men carry forward lessons of respect and unity. The village school symbolizes a beacon of hope, offering education to children who might otherwise be denied this opportunity. The annual festival holds deep significance, with the communal slaughtering of a goat serving as a moment of celebration and communal bonding. Jane, a founding member of the village, reflects proudly on the transformative journey she's undertaken. Initially uncertain of her ability to navigate life without a man, she now revels in her independence, capable of providing for herself without dependence on others. As preparations for the festival unfold, the women collaborate, each contributing to ensure the success of the upcoming celebration. Mama Rebecca, the main founder of the village, is honored during the festivities, with the community coming together to pay tribute to her. But who protects the village from external threats? Because the community is solely inhabited by women, with men not just absent but explicitly prohibited, protection becomes a main concern. But the women of the village have resolved this issue. Within this female-dominated enclave, the women not only manage the daily chores of survival, but also take on the responsibility of addressing external threats. One might assume that in a society without men, the women of Umoja would seek male assistance for protection against potential dangers. However, reality tells a different tale. Despite the absence of men, including security personnel, the resourceful women of Umoja have devised their own strategies for handling external challenges. They depend on their collective strength, resourcefulness, and mutual support to navigate the hurdles they face. In Umoja, the women themselves are primarily tasked with addressing external threats. While the absence of men might seem to make them vulnerable, it paradoxically fosters a sense of empowerment among the women, bound by a strong sisterhood and a shared commitment to fostering a safe environment. They confront external challenges with determination and resilience. One of the most common external threats encountered by the women of Umoja is the potential intrusion of a woman's husband seeking to reclaim her. Despite being prohibited from the village, these men sometimes attempt to breach its boundaries, directly challenging the community's autonomy. However, the women of Umoja are prepared to fiercely defend their independence. When faced with such situations, the women of Umoja exhibit remarkable unity and resolve. They stand together, firm in their refusal to allow any man to disrupt their way of life. If a woman's husband attempts to enter the village, the women promptly and decisively remove him, issuing a stern warning against any future attempts. In cases where verbal warnings are insufficient to deter intruders, the women of Umoja have honed their skills in self-defense to protect themselves and their community. They have mastered the use of tools like arrows, ensuring they are equipped to defend their village against any threat, regardless of its magnitude. Despite the potential risks posed by external threats, the women of Umoja steadfastly reject the idea of living in fear. Instead, they embrace their collective strength and resilience, standing as a formidable force against adversity. Their ability to effectively address external challenges without relying on male assistance speaks volumes about their resourcefulness and determination. In the face of adversity, the women of Umoja remain unwavering in their commitment to preserving their autonomy and safeguarding their community. Through their steadfast unity and resilience, they have established a sanctuary where women can thrive without the constraints of traditional gender roles. In Umoja, these women have not only defied societal norms, but have also demonstrated their ability to protect themselves and their way of life. They have a power that allows them to not only survive, but become a democratic community of women, inspiring even the most developed countries. And this power is of unity. All women know that they will survive and prosper as long as they are united. However, if their internal conflicts worsen, the noble cause of having a safe community where women can thrive will no longer remain. Isn't it true that women in Africa are way stronger and know how to create a system where their rights are protected? Do you think that this concept of women's village should be adopted by cities and countries worldwide? In the comment section right below, share your thoughts on whether the Umoja village and its market should be connected virtually with the world through the internet. Do you want to watch more videos like this one? If yes, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon next to it. We bring videos on Black Africa, its history, rich arts and culture, and things the world should know about. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, stay tuned.